I was good.
Yay!
Hey guys. Hey everyone. We're live.
It's a
Are we
new
ready,
week.
Dorian?
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, hey everyone. Welcome to, well, we have a new name. I think we picked our name. So, welcome to Anime Toku with Sid
Ah,
and Dori. So, I'm Sid Equal Love. And my friend.
Dory-chan.
Yes. And we're here today to talk to you about all things anime, otaku, and to have you fangirl along with us.
Yay,
Hey,
yay.
Gil. So today we're going to be talking about some anime that we think you should watch. I know Dorian has a really good recommendation.
Oh God.
And then go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Finish.
Okay, and then we're going to talk about the nominees for the Anime Awards 2022, and then after that, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Oh my God.
This week's episodes of Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan final season. So we, anyway, we just going to get into the well, we never had a name at all. We just said that we were going to have like an anime chat. So we never had a name. So now we have a name. Anime Toku. So Toku
Yes.
means talk in Japanese. Um, so yeah, it's anime talk with Sid and Dory. But anyway, so we're gonna get into recommended anime. So Dorian has one this week, and so Dorian, if you could tell everybody what you've been watching, why they should watch it, what it's about.
All right. Are we doing one?
I mean, I feel like we can do at least two. And I'm gonna leave them up to you because you gave the good suggestions this week.
Okay. Okay. So the first one, since it's only a few episodes out, I recommend a new one out for this season called My Dress Up Darling. It's like it's a romance series and it's about a guy. He makes dolls for a living, following in his grandfather's footsteps. And then he meets this girl at his school, and it's just like, oh, she's popular, she's in another world. And then he finds out what her hobby is. And like after he finds out what her hobby is, he's just like, I will be your friend to help you achieve that dream. And now it's just like it has like its cheesy stereotypical moments where you have like the shots from like the bust or the butt, but then it's like you see the little romance elements behind it and you just like, oh. And then like our main female lead, I feel like she's so good because she's a popular girl, because you know how they make like girls who like nerdy things look like frumpy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like
Basically,
this
like,
time
yeah, like
around,
the basic Japanese girl trope is like if you're a popular girl, you have certain interests. If you're a nerdy girl, you look certain ways, you know, talking. Oh,
oh
okay.
god.
I mean, we might have a segment called Talking Tengen. So thank you for that. We won't
Thank
give
you for
you
that
any
suggestion.
pay for it, but thanks for the idea. I think we do have production in the background, so we have a picture of what Dress Up Darling looks like. So all you gotta do is when you get that picture, production in the background, like show our watchers what it looks like. But yeah, go ahead, Dorian. I'm sorry.
Like instead of her looking like stereotypically like frumpy for like a girl that like likes the hobbies that she likes, she's like conventionally attractive and pretty and all that stuff. And it's like when he finds out what she's interested in and how like serious about her hobby she is, and that she's just not like bullshitting with it, he's like, yo, I really, yes. He's like, oh, I really admire her, but then I can't get past the fact that she's like smoking hot, so I be freaking out at every moment. Like, if you want a new cute romance thing to watch, then I recommend watching this.
I'm gonna watch that one. I'm gonna watch it after I watch Dorian's second recommendation that she's about to say because I basically live for cute anime. Like some of the best cute anime I feel like I've watched, and that's somewhat similar to that is like Kiss Him Not Me,
Oh, that was so good.
where she's an otaku, and she did look that way where she wasn't supposed to be really attractive. Actually, she was supposed to be more of like an overweight character, which I feel like they don't really touch on that in anime a lot, not in this way. Now they did go the typical kind of Japanese like, style like tropes where she only became kind of hot because she lost weight, but they did challenge the whole issue of like, oh, do you think she's only attractive because she lost weight, or do you like her for who she is? So that was actually really cute that that anime explored that. But since I haven't seen the anime Dorian's talking about yet, it can only remind me of something like Kiss Him Not Me. So I want to watch that, but I want to watch Dorian's second recommendation. So Dorian,
Oh God.
drum roll.
I've been wanting to talk about this one ever since I found out. So please stop doing yourself the anime disservice of not watching Ranking of Kings. Please watch Ranking of Kings. Like it is like, or if you're on like your pirated website, it's called Osama Ranking. So you can find Ranking of Kings on like VRV, Crunchyroll, and Funimation, and then for the for the non-paying people, your trusty anime watching website. It's about our young man right here named Boji, and he was born with a curse, and now he's trying to like overcome such adversity to become the king of his kingdom. Like he's really small. He has a disability that I won't give away, and um a lot of people just underestimate him. They're just like, oh, well, look at you. You're small and frail, and nobody's going to respect you because, yeah, he must be protected at all costs. At all costs.
Oh,
That,
somebody watches it.
oh, thank you for being in the audience and watching it. You understand the pain. Like, well, not pain, but like it's so you get so emotional watching it because it's not just the main character that you're like really rooting for. It's like some of his people that's like in his court. Some of them you really like. Yeah, I really mess with you because you rock with Boji, and then it's the other people that are against him, and it's just like, we need you to get out of here because you're trying to sabotage Boji. It's so much to feel in like this series, and I think why it's flying under the radar for so many people is because of how the animation looks. But if you get past like that very well, I would describe as like quirky or like cartoony animation, it's such a solid story. Like the world building to me is immaculate. And like the action that flows in through the world building, like it makes it that much more emotional as compared to watching something else that's like senseless action. You know what I mean?
Right. When I saw the like actual cover of the anime, like I had okay,
We
did you
don't
put that
know
back
if
up
he's a
there?
bad guy. We
Wait,
don't
what
know if
did
he's a bad guy. One of the characters in there, you don't
you
know what kind of side he playing, and it make you frustrated.
Yeah, when I like saw the actual, because I seen it before, but I didn't know. Dorian was explaining to me what the animation was like, and I thought that she was saying that it looked a certain way, but I didn't realize that she meant like they were actually kind of little looking. And so when I saw that, I did not expect that that would be the story of the show. So you definitely can't like I guess judge an anime by its cover
Right.
because there are some anime that look very well animated and be kind of trash. But I'm not going to give away any names of what anime are like that. We can save that for another episode. Uh basically, maybe when we can say trash anime awards or something like that.
Right.
But speaking of
The
anime
anime
awards,
awards.
um so what is it? I'm about to say Funimation because I be on Funimation all the time now. Crunchyroll is having their Anime Awards 2022. So you can actually go on Crunchyroll now and vote for a whole bunch of lists of anime and different like categories. Um, And you can vote up until I think tomorrow. And then
Yeah,
on February 9th, they're going to be announcing the winners. So, Dorian, I think that you and I are going to go
most definitely
over
of the
some
old
of
school
these
cartoons.
nominees. Now, I'm sending them to you now in production so that you can put them up there. But I purposely like didn't look at them because I knew we would be talking about it.
Hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm not going to look at them because I just want to be surprised at what's being nominated. But I do know that Sir Aaron Yeager is being nominated for both, what is it, best protagonist and best antagonist.
Yup.
So if that doesn't tell you about what's going on in Attack on Titan right now, you need to go watch it basically.
Yeah, priorities. Like
Like you need to go see that right now.
best boy
Okay.
nominees.
So best boy nominees. Okay, don't take that down yet because this is hard. Because look who we got Mikey from Tokyo Revengers. We got Draken Kun. Come on.
Also from Tokyo Revengers.
Yes. That's all I care about. I don't care about nobody else. I mean,
I'm
I know.
crying. We got Boji, from Ranking the Kings, the one I just talked about. Another popular one, Senku from Doctor Stone.
Yes.
Down here in the bottom left, all the way at the bottom, that's I
We got
forget
I know
his
we
name.
one of them is
From the
Izumi
okay, well then,
from
it's not
Horimiya.
Tanjiro. No Tanjiro this time. But from the
Yeah.
anime Horimiya, which is another good shoujo series, and then our little walrus dude in the other column from this other one called Odd Taxi.
Yeah. I feel like for me, best boy is probably Draken. Just is what it is for me. Mikey, I mean I love Mikey, obviously, but I just Draken really showed up for me in the first season of Tokyo Revengers. So I'm just gonna have to go with him.
I think for this entire like anime awards, I'm not gonna vote just because so many categories have the same shows and stuff like that. So it's like just from this list, I gotta vote for my man. I want to vote for Draken so bad, but it's like I gotta vote for Boji. Like the second runner up is my homie from Horimiya because it's like
Mm-hmm.
the reason that they show two sides of him is that he feel like he have to hide his real self like in
Right.
his school because of like he got piercings and tattoos and stuff and he's like
Right.
I don't want to cause like no controversy at school, so I'm gonna just be dressing like
No.
all meh or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like he's so sweet and he's like such a good dude and like that series and it's like I be falling for the goody two shoe ones every time as like best boy.
Yeah. And when someone said no Tanjiro, I don't Tanjiro's definitely best boy. So I'm so sorry, Tanjiro, that you didn't make it into that list. You were definitely snubbed a nomination, because like
He
Tanjiro
could have
really
been
is
in the
best
nominations
boy.
last year with Deku, and Deku won a lot of shit that one year. So
Hmm. Okay, I think there's another one. Best animation nominees. Okay, so let's see who is in that. So we have, of course, Demon Slayer. We have Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. We have Mushoku Tensei. Um, which I did like.
jobless reincarnation.
Yeah, I did actually end up checking out some of the first episode of that. Okay, we have Wonder Egg. I don't know if it's Wonder Egg Priority by yeah,
Priority.
I think it's Wonder Egg Priority. I don't know why I think that's a plus sign. Of course, we have Jujutsu Kaisen.
Woo.
And then there's another one. I think it's Vivi, or it could be Vivi, but could be
I never
Vivi.
seen
I've never
Vivi or
seen that.
Vivi.
And so Demon Slayer, the one that's nominated is actually Mugen Train. So it's the it's not the movie, but it's just the arc of the anime. What you going with? If you had to vote, Dorian, what are you going with out of the ones you've seen at least?
I would actually go with like best animation. See, like if I just had to go off of the beauty of the series, I
Mm-hmm.
watched the first two episodes of Wonder Egg Priority, and I just like how very clean and crisp that looks. It kind of reminds me, like the concept of the show, it kind of reminds me of like Madoka Magica and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So like when our main characters start doing what she need to do in like that other world, it just reminds me of that. So it's like when they
Oh.
fight and they do all that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, like
Yeah. It looks pretty automatically by the cover. So it could be deceiving. If I had to pick one out of these, and um I like pretty much all of them except for I never seen, Vivi. And I've never seen Wonder Egg, but I know what it looks like. But after watching the series, I'm gonna pick Jujutsu Kaisen
I feel that that
just
would have been
because
my choice
of
too.
the scenes, the fight scenes, the kind of way, like I think it's just the way that when they're having regular moments, they do go in and out of like full animation and sort of that like lazy style um reaction face or whatever. But when you actually watch like the movement of things, like it I think it's really well animated. Um so maybe not as pretty, but really well animated fight scenes. Um, Mugen Train was great, but I feel like after watching this last episode of Demon Slayer,
Oh my
Mugen Train
lord.
honestly ain't got nothing on this past episode. Let's do another category before we move on to the shows. Best.
Best
Oh my
please.
god.
Oh god.
Oh god. Okay, so best fight scenes. That's gonna be hard because when you watch, come on. Okay, so you got Aaron Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan. Come on. Come on.
And then
You got Naruto
Yuji
versus
not only with Nobara but
uh
Todo, like
you got Yuji
two
with
good ones.
Todo. Like how can you put them up against each other? How? You have Elma versus Toru, and you have Naruto versus Ishiki. So, I say Ishiki. So, um, wait, I thought I heard somebody saying something in the background. My
Oh, that
bad.
was my brother. My bad.
Um, I mean, like, okay, I watched the fight with and I read the fight with Aaron and the Warhammer Titan. That was a great fight. Like, I'm not gonna. You have to give it its props. It was well animated. It was a good fight. But that
Right.
fight with okay, Yuji and Todo, that fight was nearly immaculate. Like that fight was I
It
could
was
not have asked for
amazing.
a better scene. However, the fight with Yuji and Kugisaki,
Right.
that's my pick. That's my pick, yo. With Yuji and Kugisaki, like I cannot like okay, Yuji and Todo were immaculate or whatever. Well, I like to say Itadori. Itadori and Todo were immaculate together. But when
Right.
Itadori and Kugisaki, oh my god, yo, were fighting. Uh
It's just crazy and you don't know what to do. It's really
that's
hard
best
to
fight.
pick.
Ow.
Not ow, you hit your knee.
No one heard that. That was best fight, yo. That was for me.
Excuse my transition.
What about you, Dorian?
It's really hard for me to pick because like Jujutsu Kaisen had like some really good scenes. Like
Where are you going? You getting
I
Thanos
know I'm
away.
getting
It's
beat
like
up.
snap and then Dorian's gone.
I'm getting beat up. My bad. I was trying to reduce my background noise. But damn. I just don't even know because it's like I've only seen very few shows in that category, and I
Mm,
don't want to cast like a biased vote. I at least want to see a half of the shows where they were fighting. Like I've seen Miss Kobayashi before, but this new series that's out, I haven't gotten a chance to check out the new series.
mm-hmm.
And then that other one down in the corner with the blue hair guy and them fighting, I don't even know what that's
Oh,
from.
I think it's the Vivi show or the Vivi or something like that. I don't know. But now that it's being nominated, it makes me want to check it out and see what it's about. Because
Right.
if it's nominated, it might be really good.
And
Wait,
just right.
can we do one more of these nominees because I think there's like a best girl on there or there's another one. There's another one. I want to do best antagonist.
Best antagonist.
Do you have the best antagonist one that we can show the watchers? Because this is interesting. Which okay. Well you have protagonist. Okay, so best protagonist. Uh alright, we got Aaron at the bottom. We got Itadori at the bottom left. Um we got Boji, of course, at the top. We got Joe. I think that's the one from
From
Megalobox.
Megalobox.
Yeah.
But this is from the new
Yeah, it's
series.
two Nomad. And then we have Otakawa from Odd Taxi, and then we have Ioto, which is from Wonder Egg Priority.
Yes.
So I've only watched two out of the four of these. So if I'm putting Aaron and Itadori up against each other, who I would pick as the best protagonist would be Itadori out of the two of them.
Okay.
Because the reason
I
why I
feel
say
that.
that, hmm,
I feel that.
because Itadori, like, yes, he wants to be strong and yes, he wants to fight, but I really, really enjoy his actual reasoning behind everything. It's just basically because he wants to live, but when he wants to die, he wants to die like basically his own way.
Right.
You know, he doesn't just want to die because he died. Like he wants to die for a reason and in his own way, and he wants to save as many lives as he can in the process. And he definitely meets that confliction of like, can you really save everyone? You
Right.
know, and he's funny. He's not dumb. He's a sweet guy. Um, but he also has his funny, like silly kind of dumb moments as well. And his powers make sense. You know, he has something inside of him that's extremely strong. But I think that his will is what keeps him able to like go in and out of that form.
Right.
So that's why I vote him as best protagonist over Aaron Yeager, who gets on my nerves. But we love Aaron, but he gets on my nerves. Like everybody know
Oh,
Aaron get on their nerves. Like let's be real.
that's true.
Aaron's that like cousin that comes to dinner and you sometimes like him and you sometimes don't. Like
Right.
you don't invite him to every family meal. That's who Aaron is,
Right.
okay?
He can only come sometimes. Like,
Yeah. He can come to the cookout when certain people are there, but
so I'm still going with Boji, my guy.
well with what I hear about Boji, once I watch the show, I would probably be in agreement. But I gotta watch the show. Okay. So I think it's time.
To get
Which
into
one we
these
going
things.
with?
I
If
don't
you
know.
if
I don't
hmm?
know. I just don't know.
All right. If you're watching, tell us which one we should go with. Attack on Titan first or Demon Slayer? Which
Yes.
one should we talk about first? I feel like we should just save the best for last. We
Oh,
should just
shit.
save Demon Slayer for last. But Attack on Titan, dog.
It's hard to put one over the other.
And I had a picture. I had a picture about that because right now in Japan, Demon Slayer is ranked number one,
Mm-hmm.
but Attack on Titan is like right there. It's right there fighting for its life.
He said Demon Slayer. All right, let's
All
go. We can
right,
start
let's get
talking
into
about
it.
that first.
Let's get into it. Okay. I'm gonna let Dorian start because she just watched the episodes.
Oh my god. Do y'all
Mm,
see
mm, mm.
what's going on in this episode? Uh,
Oh God. Can we just give a hand for the sound Hashira? Like, can we just? Can we just?
just for a few minutes.
Like, look at it all. Give it up for Inosuke.
Like,
Inosuke, he is really impressing me this episode. Like, and I mean this season.
thank you for production for getting the scenes because I'm telling you,
Yes.
at that scene just before he
Oh,
killed, huh?
right
I'm in
there.
my house screaming. My son is like, "Mommy, what's going on?" Only
Is
because you don't care for AOT.
stop.
Listen, we're going to convert you in Attack on Titan. I'm telling you,
You can
cause
make those
like,
sounds. That scene right there, that
ah!
scene right there was good. Okay, you definitely have to come back to some of those scenes. But Chris said that those clapping sounds is what he was thinking of when he was looking at Daki, I believe. But
Hey yo,
Daki would literally, she's literally hentai bait. She got silk tentacles. She got her body out. She whines. You know what I'm saying?
right?
So you
Like,
already know
what's
she's
going on?
doing. You already know what she's doing, what she's about. But all right, Dorian, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Oh my god! Like, I just don't even be knowing where to begin. Like, it had me messed up. Like, Tengen fighting, and he's bluffing, talking about the poison ain't nothing, but the poison is actually starting to take effect. And now the demon brother, I forget his name. Oh no, not
Oh
Gohan.
my god.
Not
That's
not
how all girls
Gohan.
they saw Nezuko's body. Like
he get
that's what it was.
he betraying Videl with those glasses. But
Exactly.
like Tengen and what is our male demon named again? Because I forgot. I'm gonna be
I'll
honest.
look it up and I'll tell you.
I'm just like the brother because that's what I
Mhm.
be saying. And
Yeah.
like he up against the brother, and the brother is like talking shit, and he's just like, "Oh, so you think that I just came into being great like this?" And he pretty much told him, "I got it out the mud, yo."
That's what that's what I he was like he literally showed up like a favorite rapper. Like, oh, you think I could spit like this all my life? Or you think I came out like I just came out in this game and I had a one hit and I took off? Like, no, I've been literally rapping and battling all my life. Mm, Kitten. After seeing her as a kid the entire time, can't just switch up just because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Plus, Nezuko is 12. And I know that she can like go in and out of ages and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, she's still 12. Um, Dorian's gone right now, but the brother's name is Gyutaro. So Gyutaro and Daki are the Upper Moon 6 demon right now. Since Dorian gone, I'm gonna go into what I like about the episode. So, first of all, I like the flow of the episode because I was having moments where I was like, yo, can we please get on with like the fighting? Can we get on with what's going to happen next? But I was very much enjoying the moments when we had like Tengen being a little bit silly and he was like kind of conversing with everybody. So you still get to see those moments of his personality. But and I liked the dialogue and kind of that like slow build up before the fight because I just think that sometimes in anime what they fail to do is like when they have those pauses, I don't know what they're trying to achieve, but with Demon Slayer for me, it felt like they were trying to achieve like how strong Gyutaro really is, how strong Tengen really is, and kind of showing everyone's difference in power, showing everybody's purpose for fighting. Like those slower moments kind of gave meaning to like everyone's actions. And then once the fighting started, you were completely ready for that fight. Oh my god. Do you really think so? I think he would be that way. I think he would be protective in the way that Yutaro is to Daki. But
Technical difficulty, but I'm back.
he's
I'm back.
you're back though. You're back. But I don't know if Tanjiro would be. I feel like Tanjiro wouldn't be hating on people's looks and feeling all sickly and shit. I feel like Tanjiro would be the opposite of what he is. He would just be a very like he would be like more sadistic if he grew up in the red light district. Like he would torture people and stuff like that. Since he really loves to save people lives and stuff like that. So yeah, so when it got to the fighting, for me, it was I can't even say, but it was like and I love that Gyutaro pointed it out, but it was how in sync Tanjiro and Tengen were becoming
Yep, over
as
time.
they fought together more and more. And then for me also it was how fearless Inosuke and Zenitsu were fighting, because when the fight with Rengoku and the other demon, I'm not going to say that they were so fearful, but it was like that power was so crushing on them. But this time it's like, okay, we've had experience. We've had a big bro die on us. Not on my watch this
Not
time.
this
Like
time.
Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro was like, not on my watch. Not this time. So we're either going like they're like we're not going to be in the way. We're fighting, and so I really enjoyed that. Um, Tanjiro having the
He
courage,
was asleep.
but still like the still Tanjiro having the courage though to even take that hit, to take that attempt. Yes, yeah,
I mean, that would
exactly.
be a
That's why I
strong
think
for
he would be
anybody, though.
sadistic. Hmm. What you say,
Right.
Dory?
What the comment said, like he's being a product of his environment. Of course, if
Yeah.
you come up from a loving home, you're gonna grow up loving people. So, like, and I think that's what like people find. I guess in a way, a sad way that people find it kind of weird. It's just like you came from a loving home. It's hard out here, and you look and use a puss for being so soft. And it's just like, but does that really make me a puss for being soft?
Right.
Because I have feelings. And I
Yeah.
understand stuff like it's not just as simple as like going to blows for like the next guy for me. Like I want to analyze it a little bit, and I think that's what like make Tanjiro a lovable character.
Exactly. And he's not of like that's exactly what you're saying. And like in the moment, like during these fights, he literally um what's the word? Like he approaches his fear. Like he's like, "Oh, my hands are shaking. I'm so scared. Tighten up." Not because he's saying like I shouldn't be scared, but it's like, "Okay, I'm scared, but because I'm scared, I know that that person's strong, so I can't falter."
Right.
So I love that. And I just want to get into some of Tengen's Tengen's moves. First of
He
all,
was on go this week. He was on go.
yes. First of all, is the pure speed. Now we know that Gyutaro is very quick. I don't even know how he's so quick. I don't get why he has such speed with his sickly decaying self. I don't know if his pure jealousy and envy is his driving motivation. Because he's literally decaying and falling apart, and when he touches himself it peels away. So I don't know how he's even able to do anything in his whatever, his like arms don't come off. But we obviously see that Tengen is a beast with his swords. I don't understand what that hole is in his sword. It just reminds me of like a guillotine, or like he's like he can slice someone's like head, like if he goes
Right,
for
and it'll fit in the
and
curve.
then hmm.
Like it'll because it's like that cutout. Like their head will fit perfectly in the curve.
Exactly. And he could like slice any which way to just take a demon head off. So he can go forward, he can go back, he can slice like this. So um but then I liked how he used like his little explosion balls or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I like seeing that if you just agitated it just a little bit, it was going to explode.
Yes,
Just a
yo.
little bit. Um I like that you got to see more. I love that you got to see his sound breathing.
Yes, like a better technique compared to the one where he was in a few episodes prior where he was like down in like the cavern, in like that little underground area.
Mhm. Yeah. So I what I loved about this episode was that you were actually able to see a fight. Like you could see the moves between each person fighting. Except for I did get a little confused when the sickles were like spinning around because I didn't know like who was going to get hit, but I guess that was a part of the suspense like okay, who's going to get hit? I was like on the edge of my chair like, "Oh my god, Zenitsu's going to get sliced and Nosuke is going to get poisoned." Like
Somebody's about to get hit, like all this other stuff. I will say that this episode was like beautifully animated. Like,
it was perfect. It was so good. It was so good. I like that they showed a little I okay. If we can pull up yes.
yes,
That
agreed.
was the like I don't want to say too much about the sound breathing because I'm not saying that I have spoilers, but I feel like I do and I don't want to give too much away. So after this next part, I think that Dorian we should give our predictions on the next episode. But
Okay,
the one of the best parts of this episode was seeing one Hashira speak so highly about the other Hashira.
I
Like
agree. That put me in my bag. That put
that
me
put
in
me
my
in
bag.
my feels for real. Cause he gave like he actually was talking about the different ones we don't know about yet, like that one Hashira who became one after being a demon slayer for only 2 months,
Yes.
which is crazy. I
Yes,
loved
no manga spoilers.
yeah, it's that no worries. That's not a manga spoiler. That was on this episode this week. No worries. No manga spoilers. Um I love how much respect he has for the master. But I loved how he had that conversation with Rengoku.
In the post credit scene, right?
Mhm. I
Huh.
love that was the post credit scene because it was like big bro to big bro. Take care of our little bros. And Tengen's just like, there's no disrespect. It's like, I can't do it how you do
Yes.
it, and you can't do it like how I do it, but either way, we got it.
And
And
we're
like
gonna
that,
take
like I
care of
was
these
like, yo,
kids.
that was it. Like I'm gonna take care of our little bros in the most flashy way.
Hmm.
Me
That
too.
would be kind of cool to show the older Hashira. That would be the opportunity to get to see Tanjiro's dad. And we
Exactly.
learn more about the Hino Kamikagura.
Yes, yo. And can we talk about how strategic Tanjiro was this episode when he's like, okay, I need to do water breathing because it's more defensive. Like he was smart and quick thinking. Like he's growing every fight.
He is growing
He's
every
facing
fight.
an up. He's facing the upper six moon demon. Like, mm,
And it's a 2-in-1 special. It's not like anything they ever fought where it's like, all right, well, I'm just fighting that one guy. Like you're fighting two and they're in sync and they're equally fighting all four of y'all at the same time, despite
exactly.
their physical bodies being in two different locations. And I'm like, that's crazy to me. Like,
And I loved from Gyutaro's end of the damn point of view, he's talking about how like, oh yeah, that's how you kill us. But no Hashir has never been able to do it. They can never do that simple thing. And I love that like Tengen wasn't trying to be cool about it and be like, "Oh, well, I'll do it." He was like, "Well, I'll do it in the most flashy way." Like it was just so he's so to his personality. He's just not the cool quiet type that's super strong. Like he's loud. He wants you to know he got 3 wives. He's hot. He's strong. And
He's
like
like,
you said,
I'm
he got it out the
thrashing.
mud.
Right, but I got it out the mud. That's his main thing. I got it out the mud. It is what it is, you know?
Yes. Okay. So predictions for next episode.
Predictions for next episode. I think I don't know. I do see Tanjiro and Tengen syncing up to like their best possible point where they're like fighting together in such synergy. But like sing that song from Naruto, which everyone loves. That's a lot of Naruto songs.
Facts. Because which one are you talking about? Haruka Kanata? Are you talking about
The Sambo
opening up
Master.
five?
We talking
Are you
about
talking
Blue
about
Bird.
Blue Bird?
Like
Like, are you talking about
Sign.
yeah, are you talking about what's the rap one? Heroes come back?
I
Heroes
forget
fight
the
back?
title, but Shippuden season one,
Yeah,
episode one. Like,
you're so right. They do be ending the episode. Well, well, maybe we'll sing Bluebird on another episode.
right. We
Cause we
didn't
only got but so much
exercise like
time,
those,
Thomas.
you know.
Okay, we only got so much time. That maybe we'll close out with it.
Oh God.
I do agree that Tengen and Tanjiro will definitely have a team up moment, but I feel like I don't think Tanjiro's gonna land the hit
Okay, I
because
can see that,
they
and
were
that's
already hinting at him falling out, passing out. But I would love to see if like Tengen throws one of his explosion balls
mm-hmm.
and it hits like the sword and like forces it to go, like
Okay. I see
or
what you mean with
some
that.
shit. He said wind.
Oh my God. I do
Yeah.
definitely see Inosuke and Zenitsu turning up next week. They're going to be turning up in their little duo next week, and that's about to be
Yeah.
crazy.
They're gonna get Daki. They're gonna get Daki down. Okay. So we're gonna move on to Attack on Titan.
Jesus Christ.
This
Jesus.
episode was this episode was good. Like it was really well done. The animation was really on point. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's Mappa, right?
Yep, Studio
That's
Mappa.
animating them. Um, first of all, can we give it up for Mappa for being fucking OP the past year and a half? They have been um no, we don't give it up to Gabby. Did you just say Gabby?
And all exclamation points. But I know why he's saying that. It gotta be for the reason why. Oh my
Is it?
God.
Yes. So this is definitely spoiler alert. We are having spoilers on the show. But Mappa has been literally holding up the anime world for the past year and a half. Like they've been doing their thing. All right. Aaron, let's give it up for Aaron for his ruthlessness for how he gave it to what the hell is his name?
Rainer.
No, not Rainer. The other one. I think his name begins with a
Oh,
T.
Galliard.
Was it Galliard? Okay.
Yeah.
He gave it to him. Um, I really want to talk about that scene with Galliard dying and Rainer looking. You know what I mean? And
Oh.
spoiler alert, Falco, is gone, y'all. He gone. He's a Titan now, okay? We'll talk about how he got there. But Falco was like, I smell something. I'm trying to eat Rainer. Rainer with his punk bitch ass was like, take me now. I might as well die. And he's always trying to die at the worst moments. You got so much courage to get eaten, but you ain't never have the courage just some weeks ago to do something different.
He's annoying at
So,
this point.
oh my god. Goran no Yumiya, that's the one everyone loves. Yes. So Falco, Galliard gets out and Falco sees him and he goes to eat him. But I love what Galliard had to say. Like he died with no real respect for Rainer. It's like I respect you a little bit for things that you have done, but ultimately You should have never been in that position, yo.
Right.
Now, I'm a little half and half about it because I feel like if Rainer wasn't in that position, we wouldn't be here where things are becoming exposed and like, maybe Galliard's brother would have been more ruthless and he would have executed the mission very well and not have any type of confliction. So that would have been really bad for all of our favorite people. But I just don't think that Rainer
Right.
was mentally equipped, to be honest, to turn coat on Marley. And I think that Zeke, like Rainer was a missed opportunity for Zeke. Cause Zeke could have really taken Rainer and completely brainwashed, like completely used him to push forward his plan. That's how I feel about that.
It's just crazy because it's like you said, Rainer always is ready to bite the dust at the most inopportune moment. And
Yes.
then whenever he think he's about to get his sweet relief, something else happens and that takes that away from him. And I feel like if at this point, bro, that you just want to bite it, then just bite it. You don't have to keep pushing yourself to be a Titan and complete this objective and do all of this stuff that was per your programming, but then have this internal conflict and want to die, but then still keep fighting. It's like either you're going to fight the program and free yourself, or you just might as well stick with the program because I can't.
Yes. Cause you ready to die. That's what I'm saying. Like he's ready to die once Falco about to take him. And I guess he feels as though if Falco takes over the armored titan, then Falco can go on and make these decisions and blah 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 blah. But it's like I just feel as though I feel as though there was other options because you got other people that you could be saving right now. And you claim
Honestly,
that you didn't want Falco to really even live this life and you wanted to save Gabby from living this life, but you're ready to bite the dust. Like, yes, Falco died, and yes, if he eats one of the Titans, he gets another chance to live for what, 13 more years? Um, until he has to die off with the Titan, in him, but he still has to be met with that life.
that boy said, I can't do it myself, so I'm going to let someone else do it for me.
Exactly. Exactly. So Rainer is just
I'm
like
gonna be
upset. Right. So he's just an upsetting character for me. But that's I just said a little tidbit because that's not even the biggest part. Well, it's one of the bigger parts. It's not the biggest part of the episode.
oh.
Um, we saw Zeke fall off the wall, looking like I don't know, looking like a tranquilized monkey for real, for real.
For real.
He freaking so synopsis is like, he's
That
about to
shit
scream.
killed me. My bad.
Yeah. What was his name? Is it Pork? What is it? What's his brother's name? Porco?
Porco. Hmm.
Porco? So yeah, the brother is pleading. He's fighting for Falco's life because he
Oh
knows that
no, the brother's
Falco,
name is Colt. Porco is
Colt.
Galiar's brother.
You're right. Yeah, that's what it is. So Colt is fighting for Falco's life. He's like begging Zeke not to scream because he knows that Falco has ingested some of the serum. Um, and Zeke, I mean, I don't know what they thought. What you thought that? Oh, wait till he gets far away enough. So I mean, it's gonna take like 2 hours for Falco to get far away enough. Yes, yes,
A
exactly.
mousetrap. I'm literally crying.
He's literally
It's
built
true.
like the biggest Lego, like the biggest rectangle Lego with just strings hanging off. Like I don't even know. He's built so funny. But so he screams anyway. Zeke is just like, I gotta go with the plan. I gotta see it through. Sorry, Falco. Shouldn't have drank the serum.
He's like, I know you love your brother, but I love mine too. Roar. And then
Exactly.
it's just like, oh my
Exactly.
God. It was the glimmer of hope where you thought that Zeke, just for a second, might be like, okay, you might actually do something different because your brother was about to plead for you to stop. You considered it, but that's
Mm,
all a part of Zeke's, like, that's a part of his schemery. Like, that's a part of his character build to make you feel like you can trust him.
mm-hmm. And Oh my god.
I'm
Did you read that, Dorian?
Mentos, the square head guy. I'm crying. That's bad.
And so that's the one thing we really get to learn about Zeke in this episode was that by any means necessary, even with Aaron. So the part that really took the cake for us all after Zeke turned everyone into Titans, even Captain Picture, which I
Oh,
spoiled for you guys like episodes ago. Sorry. But he turned, all of them into Titans and people were dying. Um he beat the shit out of Rainer. He
yes.
beat the
Look
shit
at
out
look
of
at poor
Galliard.
Falco. Just a fucking stupid ass Titan. That's
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. Falco's out here acting like he's on some sort of drug substance. He's acting like those zombies from World War Z. World War Z. The way he was running for somebody's neck.
Yes. With his long neck. That's
Right, that was
crazy.
the irking part.
Like, why you make his neck so long?
Exactly. It's like he was prepared for the glizzies. Like,
What?
honestly. Titan glizzy if they had any. Then
Titan
so
glizzy.
after Aaron beats the shit out of everybody, his Titan is now, incapacitated because of Rainer. So Aaron starts running. He's haul ass and them cat. If you would have seen his calves, them Jones was big, like running his ass off.
He was picking up. He
Here go
he had
Gabby.
to, he had to use his horsepower to get away. He's like, I gotta
Facts.
get to my brother, yo.
Here go Gabby with her shit again, ready to take another shot as usual.
Yup, with the
She's so
tool.
annoying.
Not the glizzy titan. Yes, the glizzy
Exactly.
titan. Meme that somebody freeze frame Falco and when he's running and his neck is doing the things, and then turn it
Exactly.
into a meme and name it Glizzy Titan. Like we had Dancing Titan, our guy that's running all like this and stuff.
And that's the
Oh
scene right
God!
there. So Gabby, as usual, has to pop up at any time to take a shot. And off with Aaron's head. Our protagonist has been decapitated. Zeke is in despair. Zeke is in despair. Is he really though?
Is he really though? And then like the way Aaron's head is just hitting the ET across, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like when the bike be going over the moon and shit. Like
Yep.
Aaron's head is just flying. And that was so reminiscent of that old ass series called Gantz, where our fucking main guy gets hit by a train in his head. Like, it's the same kind of shit. And I'm just like, at the time, I had on my hat and my scarf. And I almost was like, huh, and threw everything on the ground because I'm just like, Aaron, like, I'm in my room screaming. And my son,
Oh my god. What?
wait,
Stop.
you said having sex with the bees and the eagles? Get out of
Stop.
here.
I had to read it on the big screen. Like, stop. Oh my god.
It's
So
crazy.
I don't know I don't think they panned to everyone else seeing what happened, like with the beheading. But what I did like about the episode is that they didn't cut it off right there. They actually allowed you to see like Aaron going into the plane where the founder is, where the founder Ymir is.
Yes.
Isn't that is the founder Ymir right there, right? Like the little girl?
Honestly, I don't think so because
Yeah.
then Zeke started talking all that other shit. Cause like always, he make you want to trust them or whatever, and he start feeding you nonsense.
Mm-hmm. That's all Zeke know how to do. That's how I just question if Zeke really knows how to love anybody. And that kind of gets into the question that we had of like, does not what wasn't it was more so about Grisha, but like, does Zeke hate his father? Does he
Right.
really love Aaron? Because at the
Blue
end you
turtle.
see that he's saying that Ymir in there listens only to royal blood. So he pretty much, had this sort of trickery over over Aaron being like, oh, thankfully I didn't trust you at all until we got to this final point,
Right,
and then
the fucking
Aaron is
final
shaft.
countdown. Like,
It's just that, like, the thing is that what I see, because I can't give predictions, y'all, because, like, I read the manga and I love to see this animated because you have the story in your head one way, but when you see it animated, it really does bring the story to a new light in your head. But I sense the betrayal even more watching the series, you
right.
know. So, what you think gonna happen next, Dorian?
Well, in the small post credit scene, they show like Zeke taking Aaron, I guess, like a walk through time because now we're in like this whole other world and stuff like that. And I guess I can just kind of like foresee like Zeke trying to take Aaron through time to be like, this is why we should euthanize Eldians. And I think through that time, there may be a possibility that Aaron will pick up seeing everything play out before him in like third person or whatever, that he might can figure out something that he didn't get to figure out the first time. And then be like, all right, gotcha, Zeke. And then now he like flips the whole script on him. That's the only thing that I
Right.
can see.
Yeah. I love that Aaron's still like even in that midst of like in that plane, he's just like, why would I do you think I would really go along with your crazy plan? Like I love that he showed emotion about it because you know how some anime just they always try to make those moments so cool and so quiet. But
Yes.
I love when they use those opportunities to reveal someone's plan and they actually have emotion behind it. So I love that like Aaron was not like, "Oh, no, bro, I'm not." Like he was really like, "No, like I don't fucking like your plan. Like I don't really want to do that bullshit." Like he makes you know like, "No, I don't really fuck with you like that for real, for real." And then here goes Zeke talking about, "Are you brainwashed by our father too?" It's like, no, nigga, he ain't get no chance with his dad for real like that. He
He
really
really
didn't like
didn't.
that.
Not all like that. Like,
Like,
neither one of them did all like that. Like Grisha was gone from both of their lives when they were still like very young kids. And I feel like Zeke and Aaron are interpreting their dad's memories differently.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's worth
Please
it,
go watch
Chris.
it.
Yeah, I feel like it's worth it because you get a different experience um when you get to like binge Attack on Titan all the way through. It is so worth it. Cause what I did was I had let season 3 I had let a bunch of it pile up for me. I used to do the same thing with the manga. The manga was monthly, by the way, so
Right.
I would take a year off just so I could read 12 chapters. But those 12 chapters would be so fucking long. But anyway, I think you should revisit it, like restart it. I've rewatched Attack on Titan's first season probably 3 times. And just watch it all the way through, and I feel like the story is not disappointing when you don't have to wait.
Right. And when you understand like the deep inner workings of the story, a lot of people give up on Attack on Titan, and the most common reason that I've heard is like they just talk a lot, but then nothing is really happening. But in reality, all of that stuff that they're talking about is what's putting all of this convoluted plan together.
Exactly. So, oh, thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Thank you. We're really trying to dissect our favorite shows right now because it's like obviously we are fangirls. Like we'll fangirl about our favorite characters and stuff like that, and we do. But like we really spent time with these shows. I mean, Dorian, I remember what it's been 8 years now since we went to like Otakon 2014, and like you remember me and like Monique like literally sweating over Attack on Titan, fucking cosplayers.
Like those first, like when Attack on Titan first surfaced and everybody was really getting into like the thick of it, I want to say like after season one was over, that next year, the next few years, and every couple of months at every anime convention, depending on what part of the states or maybe another country you live in. And it was just endless Attack on Titan cosplay, like
The
everything.
panels, the workshops, like everything. And so, like, to get to this point, I feel like if people hated the wait, if they hated the 8, 9 year journey that we've been on, now you get to go binge watch all 8, 9 years instead of being on this journey with us, and you get to really see why we really love it, because it's not that they talk a lot and there's nothing happening. This show is more than just action and people dying, but it's people like fighting for their fucking lives. Like
Because
they are
we had a
fighting for
comment
their
that said
lives.
that Zeke was raised to be a rebel and Aaron was raised to be a child. I kind of want to take that apart a little bit because,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Zeke was indeed raised to be a rebel, but then
Yeah.
he rebelled against the rebels and rebelled against the government to rebel against everything. So he was just a rebel. It's I feel what you mean with Zeke. The rebel was just in there because there was so many things coming at him at once. People
Yeah.
telling him he trash, people telling him he great, people telling him what he got to do, and he's like, "Yo, I'm only 8. What do you want me to do?" With
Yeah.
Aaron, while I do believe that there was child raising up until a certain point, his mother had everything to do with that.
Exactly.
Because Aaron, or at least my opinion on it, Aaron was not a child to his father. He was a mechanism. Because he's telling him, like, son, I can't wait till you're old enough so I can take you to the basement and key you in on the family, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah,
Grecian was
Chris.
waiting for that moment since the day Aaron arrived.
Yeah.
So, I don't
And
know.
Mikasa's adoption, like that's another question we're going to add to our list. Was Mikasa's adoption a coincidence?
That's a good question. Because, like, where did she come from?
So, now that we know more about, her people, and we know about, what Aaron has claimed with Mikasa and the Ackermans, if that is true, yeah, that was crazy karma. That was
Yes.
crazy karma. Um and you can see in that we're kind of touching on another question as well, of which is on our list, and you guys will see when the season ends, we're going to post our list of questions. But to review really quickly, who's Historia's baby dad?
Yes.
Does Zeke hate his father? Does Grisha really love his second family? And now the fourth question is, was Mikasa's adoption a coincidence? Um, but we're kind of starting to touch on that whole Grisha thing and about his second family, because if you see, the first time his first wife, he radicalized her. The second wife, he left that alone in a way, or
Right.
did he? Or did he? So
That's a good question because, like, all the while, everybody's thinking that Grisha is just the town doctor, and I'm pretty sure he was hitting that with a good guys. But Grisha was really in the catacombs, getting into the crystal cave, trying to figure out what he was about to do. Like, that's what he was spending all that time over there doing.
yeah. So um, I'm just ready to see how they're gonna portray everything that's going to happen. I'm ready to see the next steps, because again, when you read the manga, it just is perceived differently. So I'm excited to see. I'm just excited to see.
It says when your first family finds out about your second family across the water, and now somebody got to die.
Yep.
Like,
That's really great. I feel like Aaron's mother deserves better. Yeah, I think that it speaks to how vast the world was before how vast the world actually still is in the Attack on Titan universe. It's not that different from our world, where people from all backgrounds are scattered all over the globe. Um, but Attack on Titan, that's one of those topics that we brought up, I think, in like the first episode. Attack on Titan really speaks about these heavy topics, and one of them is isolated cultures, and how if you're so isolated away from everything, and there are a couple of outsiders. Those outsiders never really know how vast and how far and wide their actual culture reaches either.
Right.
And
And then
that's
for like
Mikasa's experience.
right. And then for like the land of Marley, it's kind of like very relative to things that we've experienced not only in our history, but kind of like stuff that's really going on. Like you have to be very clear when you look at the series and see that the Eldians, like they might make it sound like delicate words in the series. They're concentration camps, dude. Like
Yes,
we have
exactly.
these people in concentration camps.
Yeah.
They're not like the native land
A
where
reservation.
there you go. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not like that. Like they're living in concentration camps, and it's like if you come out of the camp, people getting on your ass about it. Then like them being prejudiced against their own being because we get treated like this because like it's just very reflective of like things that go on in modern life.
Yeah.
Prejudice, like classism, colorism, or like
Hmm.
racism, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It's a lot
Xenophobia.
of stuff for real.
Yeah. BMT, that's actually a good idea, like about having people come in and talk with us. We can discuss it and see how we can do it because we would love to have people like actually able to talk with us on a topic on our show. So when we figure it out, as long as you like just keep watching, I'm pretty sure we'll probably mention it next episode if it's something that we'll do.
They did a bit in this
A
current
little
episode
bit.
about the coordinate, yes.
Yeah. Just a little. I feel like just a little bit though. I feel like it's
Hmm.
not fully explained yet. Yeah.
They're
But
introducing it.
yeah. But I feel like we're coming up at the end of our show, y'all.
We are.
Yes, we
We
went
made
over
it
a little
on
bit.
time ish this week. We
Yeah,
didn't hit seven.
somewhat.
We hit like 6:20. So the aim, we here. Work with us.
Yeah.
We still getting it together.
Yes, we are. So again we changed our name to Animate Toku. Well, we didn't change. We established our name, Animate Toku, with Sid and Dory. But it's shut your mouth.
Ah,
Don't look at
I speak AAVE. My bad.
that. um. But yeah, so make sure I just want to give like a call to action for you guys because we're actually streaming live on a couple of things. So thank you
No,
so
thank
much. Thank
you.
you. So we're streaming live on our personal Facebooks, which is Sadiqa Love and Dorian is Dorian Merritt. If you're friends with us, then you see us streaming live. But we're also streaming on two platforms. So Cosplay Philadelphia. If you know us personally, you know what Cosplay Philadelphia is. If you're a cosplayer, if you're in the Philadelphia area, please go and follow that page because we're back and we got things coming, especially in spring and summer. So
We
get
got
with it,
things
get
to
to it,
do.
go
Who
share it.
knows? Maybe
Um,
in February you'll sit down with a conversation with us while we watch the Crunchyroll Worlds.
yes, yeah, we're gonna be live watching the anime awards. So yeah. Also, we're streaming on Blur Approved Entertainment. So please go and give them a follow. Thanks to them for allowing us to stream on their platform. So follow them on
Yes,
Facebook
thank
and
you.
YouTube. They have so many cool shows and they're so supportive of us. So we thank them. And so go give them a follow as well.
And we're both personally in that group. So if you just want other blurs to like talk to about all types of stuff, thank you. If
Yes,
you want
thank you.
other blurs to talk to about all types of stuff, anime, manga, comics, video games,
The life, just being a blur.
right, for real.
Yeah. So, yes. Well, thank you all so much. And I do agree, like Black Clover was a little snubbed on the awards, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about more of the awards next week and in February, y'all. So
Yes.
yes. But we'll see you next week around this time. Thank you so much
Yes,
for watching,
please.
y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Doll.
Aw.